Okay, so here's a really great play session between Hank and my other little Borden puppy. It's just really lovely to see them engage in play and a little bit of roughhousing.
Good job. That was a good
Also,
kickoff.
kind of exploring the toys,
Cute.
but without being completely ruthless. Right here, they both kind of tick off Penny. Hank
Penny, good
starts to
job.
get the zoomies after that, which is a little bit of a displacement play. And then Penny was getting a little upset. So after that, we went ahead and stopped the play session. But there was a lot of good play there before I started recording, and I was just really proud of him for being able to engage in that play with another young dog and it not get out of hand. Yes! Okay, here we are outside working on some of that name recognition, the very beginning shaping of our recall, and he's doing great. I expected him to, but he does so well inside that it's kind of time now to practice in different locations with a little bit more distraction. So I'm trying it here in our front yard, and he's acting completely unfazed. So the next step would be maybe taking it to a park or in the backyard with dogs running around. I just want to, as they learn these behaviors, make them really solid by practicing in new locations. It kind of gives them a little bit of a challenge, and it just really gives us a really good concrete recall or whatever behavior you may be working on in the new spot. I'm doing the same thing here with his touch. He knows touch. He's doing great with it. And to make it a little bit more difficult, I'm just doing it outside in the front yard instead. I also move it around in the house. A lot of times I do it in the kitchen. So this morning when he was, resting his foot, I went ahead and did it in the girls' bedroom, which he's never been in before. So it was super exciting and really distracting. So it made an easy behavior a little bit more difficult. So he has to really think about it hard. But while still setting him up for success, because I know he knows the skill really well.
Do you see them?
And he does great.
They're in the grass. Yeah, there you go. Good job. You ready to go inside? It's cold.
Okay, so one thing I've run into as a small problem is that, hey, if I'm going into a room, Hank loves to bust into that room with me. And sometimes he needs to stay on the other side because in the other room I'm feeding a dog. Okay. Or if I'm leaving his X-Pin area and I want him to stay in the X-Pin area, I need him to have some sort of a weight at these thresholds. So right now what I'm just practicing is going in and out of doors in gates and asking him for a weight. So one of the important things here is I am using treats. You don't always have to, but in the beginning I'm going to use treats, especially since we're not going in somewhere as exciting. So I open the door, I ask for a weight, and I open the door slowly, and if he tries to come in, I simply close the gate or door on him before he can get there, and then I'll repeat the behavior. Once the gate or door is open and he has a nice stay or wait, I treat him while he's in that wait position. I don't want to have him stay and then be like, okay, come on through, and then treat him afterwards, because then we're marking that once you go through the door, you get treats. And we want to really capture, if you stay, you get treats. So right there was a really good example of me just not being fast enough. So all we do is start it over again. And we just go from square one. Mess ups are going to happen. We're not going to be quick enough. And we'll just go back to setting up the behavior again. So here's Joey on the gate. I'm just kind of waiting for him to give me some eye contact. I go ahead and open the gate. Once I'm on this side or the gate's open and he's giving me a good weight, I make sure to treat him in place. Right here, I closed the gate and treated him still. To kind of emulate that sometimes the gate will be closed back on him and sometimes he will be released. Okay. Once I'm done with it, I will release him with a word. Right now I'm using okay, but we can kind of change that to what you like. And once he comes through the gate, he just gets pets and played with. We're not going to do treats on the other side because, again, we want to make sure we are marking the waiting behavior. Good things are going to happen if you stay on that side. Once I release you, you're able to come through if you would like, but it's not necessary. Okay, so here we're starting some place work. We're just dabbling in it right now. It's going to be a skill that you could use later on if you would like it. It's just really nice for puppies to start it because of impulse, to like work on their impulse control. And honestly, just to kind of get his brain working, he was a little rowdy today because he had a rest for so much of the morning that I wanted to give him something a little bit more challenging. And all place work is teaching a dog to go onto a spot, whether it's a bed or a mat, and stay there until told otherwise. We can use it when we go out to eat with them on patios or restaurants. We can use it when we have guests come in the door. We can use it just for fun, to practice different behaviors. I use it a lot at parks when I'm with my kids. I can put my dogs on place and then I can go push them on a swing and come back to the dog and they're just not going to move. So you can use it for a lot of things. You could also not use it for anything, except for to get his mind working and have him problem solve. So that's all we're using it for right now. Again, just because he got a little bit bored today, I wanted to give him something a little bit more challenging. And he does great. And we can go into it further, exactly what steps, and break it down once we get there. I just think the other things we're focusing on right now are really important. Things like recall, attention work, his X-Pin, his Cray-Pin, all those things are really our focus. And this is kind of just for fun. But he does really well, and he does think about it, and he does problem solve. And he was sleepy after it, so it was great.